Hello, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of seeing me, my name is Zonel. I talk about everything travels. I give out travel tips for free for people who actually want to do it on their own without using an agent. I call it strictly do it yourself. So if this is your first time of seeing me, I say welcome to my YouTube channel. I love you. Stay tuned as you are going to be learning a lot of things on my channel for free about your travel or your Japa plans. And if you are a returning subscriber, I say I love you. Thumbs up for you. Thanks for always coming back to my channel. It's been a very heavy rain downpour in my location, my country here in Nigeria. How has it been from your end? Hope you had a stress-free day. Yes, I made a short video yesterday talking about a particular route you can travel with before December. And I'm not sure I mentioned the country, but I'll be mentioning the country and there's my video. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, I urge you to please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you each time I drop a video. And if you are a returning subscriber, I urge you as well to turn on your notification bell. Let me quickly make a disclaimer. I am not an immigration lawyer. I am not an immigration consultant. I am not an agent. Here I talk about travel tips basically for free. I make researches and I bring it down here to you, my beautiful subscribers. You know I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Yes. So I want you to please stay tuned, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of explanatory details on my description box. I'm going to be dropping links. I'm going to be dropping names of employers in my description box, and I want you to please watch the video to the end because it is a very loaded video. Please don't mind my face. I've been out since morning. It's been quite a busy day, and you know, with this rain, and I just say I must do this video this evening because I know a lot of you will be on the lookout after I dropped the short video yesterday. Welcome back to my channel once again. I say I love you. Please bring out your pen and your paper so that you can jot down vital information that I'm going to be dropping this evening. Okay, so the country I mentioned in the short video yesterday was is United Kingdom, UK. Yes, you heard me right. I know majority of you will say UK. Really? Yes, UK is still currently giving out COS to people who are interested. If you want to use the school route, you know it is going to cost you a fortune. It is going to cost you a lot. That is why I come bearing good news this evening to talk about a particular route the majority of you are not looking into. This particular route may not be pleasant to you. It may not really be pleasant to you because you feel, really? Will I leave my home country to travel down to the UK just to do a volunteer job? Who is going to pay me? How am I going to get payments? Okay, so this particular route is very good. It is a very seamless route. Yes, you heard me right. It's a seamless route. And I tell you that there are lots of organizations in the UK currently giving out free COS under this route. It is called Charity Worker Visa Route. Charity Worker Visa Route. I know that a lot of you, it is not new to some people, while some other people have not heard about it. This particular route is better than you saying you want to relocate to the UK as a student. We all know that early this year, UK government brought out a rule that affected so many people who would have loved to go into the UK as an healthcare assistant. So this rule affected married couples, married people or family. It affected family, and this rule is some people here, we still have some people who still get COS under healthcare, but the challenge is that they will not be able to travel with their dependents. They will not be able to travel with their dependents. If you're a family woman, a family man, and you still wish to relocate to the UK, if your dream country is the UK, I beg you to please take up this particular opportunity I'm going to be talking about. Charity Worker Visa. A lot of people are not talking about it, but I'm here this evening to open your eyes to this particular route. Okay, so what is Charity Worker Visa? According to the name, You know that charity, when you run a charity organization and you have people working for you or working under you, it almost means that it is going to be free. Yes, it is going to be free. So another name for this charity worker visa is more like volunteering. You are going to the UK to volunteer to work for a charity organization. The good thing about this route is you do not need English eligibility test. You know, a lot of you agitate, oh, how am I going to pass IELTS, this and that. So this particular route, this volunteering route, you do not need IELTS. And another advantage of this route is you can travel with your family. Yes, you are going in to volunteer, but the other advantage of this route is that your spouse can go in and work around the clock. Your spouse can work anywhere in any organization. And the good thing about this visa route as well is that you can switch. You can switch. It is not like a visit visa that when you get into the UK, you'll be required to come back to your home country even if you get a valid COS. For this particular route, while being in the UK, while you work for this organization, if you are able to get another organization to sponsor you on another COS, you can actually switch. Okay, let's say your spouse as well, maybe your spouse gets job where he or she is given a new COS, then all of you can migrate to the new COS. It is not a rigid plan, so you don't just consider the disadvantage. It's basically a 12-month visa, which is a year. It's a 12-month visa, which is a year. And another thing I want you to know about this particular visa is that you are going to be paying IHS fee, that's health surcharge. The only organization or the only visa route in the UK that will not require you to pay health surcharge is healthcare. And I feel that is the reason why a lot of people would prefer that is why a lot of people would prefer that they relocate to the UK via healthcare route. Yes, via healthcare route, because they know they will not need to pay health surcharge, and they can relocate with family back then, not now, because the rules have changed. You cannot relocate with family. Another thing you should consider about this charity worker visa that makes it more preferable to your healthcare visa is that under healthcare visa, you will need to write IELTS exam. But for this charity worker visa, you do not need to write English eligibility exam. It is not necessary. It is a 1-year visa. And if you are very lucky, if your employer finds you very adorable, your employer can extend from 1 year to 3 years for you in the UK. Yes, you heard me right. Because I know a lot of people would be wondering, why would I leave my home country just on a 1-year visa? It can be extended for you if your employer or the charity organization that is bringing you into the UK so wish, they can do an extension for you. It's either you switch or your employer do an extension for you. You can the work employment can actually be extended. It is a voluntary work, yes, but it is a stepping stone for you to relocate into the UK. If you consider the fact that you're going to be paying a huge amount of money to schools, if you want to go into the UK right now with a school route, you pay nothing less than £15,000. Some people pay as high as £20,000, although some schools allow you to pay it by installments. But the gist is that, or the thing is that you are still eventually going to pay this money. And for this charity worker visa, it is basically free. Yes, it is basically free. This video I'm doing, I'm not advertising for any charity organization in the UK. It is free. I am not advertising for any agents. If you apply to a particular organization in the UK for this opening and the employer is saying you should pay any amount of money, even as little as £100, please do not pay. That's a red flag. Do not pay. Yes, let me say this. You could be required to pay your IHS fee yourself and your visa fee yourself. And some employer will not take maintenance for you. Okay, so what do I mean by maintenance? Maintenance is that you may need proof of funds. You may need proof of funds to prove that you are sponsoring yourself, that you are coming into the UK for this volunteering work. You are going to buy your tickets yourself. You are not going to be stranded after they must have issued the COS for you. So for your visa stage, you need to pay IHS fee, you need to pay your visa fee, and then you need to pay your flight ticket yourself. Some people could get very lucky that their organization or the organization that is going to give them the COS, we say, okay, just come in. We are like that you are coming to volunteer with us. We are going to be taking care of your ticket, your fare ticket. We are going to be taking care of your accommodation for some people 1 month, some people 1 month to 3 months thereabout, and some will be so lucky that the employer will say, we are doing everything that pertains to your visa, and we are going to pay your health surcharge. Of course, since it's just a 1 year visa or 12 months to 1 year visa, this means that you are only going to be required to pay your IHS fee of just 1 year. So if you are relocating with a family of 4, probably you, your wife, and 2 kids, that means you are going to be preparing about £4,500 for IHS fee for every member of the family, and the visa fee is about £219 thereabout. It could be more. You can also do your research on what visa fee is for that particular route. Yes, you can switch. It is very seamless. You don't have to break a bank. You don't have to borrow from the whole world before you can actually achieve these travel plans. Yes, you have extra 20 hours to work after volunteering for your organization. You have extra 20 hours in which you can work and also make money. Your spouse can also come in and work around the clock. Your spouse can work around the clock. Your spouse is not limited to a particular employer. Your spouse can work about 60 hours thereabout, and through that means you are going to be making money. Your children are going to be, if you are traveling with your kids, they are going to be enrolled in a school, and it is totally free. It is totally free. So please, when you start applying, do not pay any employer, do not pay anybody for the application. COS is free. Certificate of sponsorship is free, and when you get into the UK, it is very, very easy for you to switch when you find another employer that is going to give you a new COS. Yes, and another thing is that you are not going to be paid. Yes, and I know that is a total off for a lot of people, that am I going there just to work and I won't get paid? Yes, nobody is paying you. Volunteer, charity visa, charity worker visa. You are going in there to volunteer. You are going to volunteer means that you are going there to work for free. We have a lot of volunteering organizations in our various countries as well. We have some for Nigeria, and even in your country, wherever you are listening to me or hearing me from. So this is more like a stepping stone. So if you are considering the fact that nobody is going to be paying me, how will I pay my bills? If you are traveling with your spouse, then your spouse should be able to cover up for that aspect, because it is a stepping stone. You are not paying so much to get this visa. And I tell you that if you start immediately now, you are going to be lucky to get an organization to sponsor you before the end of December. So definitely you can set your target to travel out of the country by December. You need, the first thing is you need to have a well-detailed CV, that's resume. Make sure your resume is like UK standard. Your resume should meet up the UK standard resume, because I know a lot of people reached out to me that they got a visa sponsorship, they got a COS with a company who said they love the way their CV or their resume is tailored. You need to have a well-detailed resume, and then you need to make up your mind that you are not going to be paid. You are only going there to work for free, just for a while, just for a little while. You are not, even before the end of your 12 months, there is possibility that you might have gotten another employer or organization to fully employ you, to give you a fresh or a new COS. Okay, so then your spouse can work around the clock to cover up for your expenses, house rent, and some other things. You may be lucky that some organization will give you stipends. They will give you stipends to cover up at least just little living expenses, so that you will not be stranded. So I think apart from your visa fee and your IHS fee, which some employers may even assist you with that, this particular route is something you should look into. Don't just put your egg in one basket. I want to go into the UK as an healthcare assistant. I want to go into the UK as an IT personnel. I have some other dreams, so I want to go in as a student to make it easy. It is not totally easy, even easy for you to go in as a student, because one, you are paying your school fees. You are going to pay your school fees, and some schools allow you to pay by 2 installments, yeah, but then you are going to be paying, and it costs a fortune. You are going to be paying your school fees, and even as a student, you are also going to pay health surcharge. So what's the difference between this and that? You are going to be paying your health surcharge depending on the number of people in your family that you are traveling with, which is a lot of money. So just imagine yourself getting a COS under charity worker visa. You are not paying your school fees, even though you are paying your health surcharge and your visa fee. If you are going on that school route, you are also going to do the same. You are going to do the same. You are going to pay same amounts of money. So I want to urge you to please look into this route. I'm going to be dropping a write-up under the comment section that you can actually look into. I'll drop links of employers, of charity organizations that you can reach out to, send them their CV, send them your CV, email them to ask them if they have vacant. Majority of them do have vacant positions, because it is almost the end of the year, and a lot of organizations will want to run programs they want to run programs at least to help people who are in need, old people and all of that in the UK. So basically there are a lot of opening presently in the UK. There are a lot of opening presently in the UK to accommodate charity worker visa. I urge you to look into these routes. You can travel with your family. You do not need to write IELTS. Of course, you are going to do medicals here in Nigeria if you are traveling from Nigeria or whatever country you are traveling from. You are going to need medical results. You are going to need your police character report if you are traveling from Nigeria. I don't know how it is done in your own home country, but if you are traveling from Nigeria, you are going to need your medical results. You are going to also need your police character report. You are going to also need to pay your IHS fee. You are going to need to pay your visa fee. That is if your employer is not handling that for you. So you may be lucky to get employment with an organization that will they will take maintenance for you. And that means if they take maintenance for you, that means you do not need to pay, you do not need to put money in your account for proof of funds. That's POF. And you may be lucky you get an employer who is also willing to pay your IHS fee, who is willing to pay for your visa fee, you understand? So just see this as a stepping stone. See it as something you should start with, and then see it as a favor in this your Japa plan. See it as a favor, because you are not paying so much. You are not going to need to break a bank to achieve this feat. So I want you to put into consideration this particular route. Yes, this particular route. Go and start applying. A lot of people are applying already, and they are getting employment. They are getting COS, and like I said earlier, COS is free. COS is free. You don't have to pay anybody to get COS. The COS is free. And as you decide in your heart to take up this challenge, to look into using this particular route, I pray you find favor in the sight of all your employers, and I wish you safe landing if eventually you get COS. I say God bless you, and until then, I will be dropping another video tomorrow on some other countries you can look into apart from UK, US, and Canada. You know, UK, US, Canada, Australia, these countries are countries a lot of us consider the richest country in the world, first class country in the world, the easiest country in the world. You can also look into another countries that are easy and seamless for you to relocate into. Until then, I wish you success. See you tomorrow.